Good afternoon. It is Wednesday.
We figured that out.
We were saying it's only Wednesday or it's Wednesday. We made it here. Either way, welcome on in. I'm Dave Allgood. Glad to be with you guys, along with me, Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry, and also wonderful co-host. We've got a great show for you today. Lots of fun. But we were lucky. We were having a moment that the sun set, and it's going to be staying up longer today.
Yeah, the sun hasn't even set yet.
Yes.
Big deal.
We're very excited. So, on the Allgood News, we're going to introduce you to a budding boxer and how he managed to conquer the jump rope. It's a great story. You don't want to miss that one.
Also, conquering the slopes, the free day to Alyeska for service members. How many people showed up for January's Military Monday?
Yeah, no, it's nice to see those guys letting what little hair they have down. Right? Yeah. Let their hair down just a little bit.
Get out and do some recreation.
Yeah, outside the gates, if you will.
Yes.
With Georgina. So good
and
stuff.
A great day to hit the slopes. This whole week has been really nice with mild temperatures, winter recreation in general.
So you're not freezing on the slopes.
You're not freezing. Yeah, it's been nice and warm. And I do want to show you what is left of that sunset. Again, it's still Friday Eve. And I'll have a look ahead to the holiday weekend forecast and what you can expect here in just a few minutes.
Here are 4 of your top headlines at 4. Flights are back in the air after the FAA ground stoppage this morning. The federal agency halted all domestic departures today when a pre-flight information system went down. The system, known as NOTAMs, tells pilots about flight hazards and restrictions. It's pretty important. The issue forced hundreds of flight cancellations and thousands of delays. The Department of Transportation is looking into the system's vulnerabilities, if I can get that out. No one was hurt when a rocket launch failed on Kodiak yesterday afternoon. The launch at the Pacific Spaceport Complex suffered what officials called an anomaly. Aerospace company ABL Space Systems says their RS-1 rocket crashed yesterday after liftoff. According to their website, the RS-1 was expected to be used for NASA missions, as well as the Department of Defense and commercial customers. The Alaska Marine Highway System's MV Matanuska needs more work than originally thought, so the MV Columbia will take over the Southeast Alaska and Bellingham routes. The Matanuska went in for overhaul last November. Now officials are considering doing additional work. In the meantime, it will house AMHS staff. The Columbia was taken out of service in 2019 as a cost control measure, but the Department of Transportation and AMHS says it's been a goal to bring it back. Damar Hamlin has been released from a Buffalo hospital. Doctors say he has made a remarkable recovery. The Bills' safety had to be resuscitated after he went into cardiac arrest during a game in Cincinnati. He was transferred from an Ohio hospital a couple of days ago as people across the country rallied around the 24-year-old football player. A GoFundMe account of his raised money for a toy drive, raised nearly, get this, $9 million. This past Monday, Alyeska said thank you to the military by letting members ride the slopes for free. And they're doing it again in first Mondays of February, March, and April. Georgina Fernandez takes us on the mountain for what military folks are doing when they're not inside the gates. You know, Melissa, we're getting sunsets, we're getting mild weather, and which is awesome. And but I still feel for our friends down south in California. They're getting hammered.
Yes, yeah, all of that weather that would typically come through Alaska first before going.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Everybody's skiing. So some breathtaking video of a snowboarder riding just an avalanche.
Right down the mountain.
Cool.
Luckily for him and his partner, he was able to stay on top of the moving snow. Lauren Steinbecker takes us to Utah near the Bridal Falls area. Into the eastern Aleutians, you'll see gusts to 60 miles per hour in Adak, up to 45 miles per hour in Unalaska. Here in Anchorage, we continue to be treated by this January weather. Temperatures are mild, just about perfect at 26 degrees. Seeing a beautiful sunset tonight. We'll continue to see that mix of sun and clouds and just an occasional flurry here or there. Dave, I have to admit, when I saw the snowflakes coming down just outside the Weather Center windows, I got a little excited.
Oh, you got excited?
This morning. Yeah, there were some of those big fat flakes coming down just briefly. It was fun to see.
Well, the way you were going on, we could call this Goldilocks weather, right?
Yes.
Just right.
Just right.
Just right. All right, thanks a lot. A memorial meant to honor those who died in the Korean War.
Alaska's news source.
Well, learning something new can be a bit frustrating and challenging at
Yes,
times.
it can. Yes, it can. Yep. We all have our obstacles, and Gabriel Monrean is no different. But with the relentless support of his grandmother and his desire to change his world, he's doing some amazing things. Check it out.
Meet Gabriel Monrean. He's a
I'm a TV star. I want to
Yes, you are. I met Gabriel and his grandmother here at the Lake Otis YMCA a couple of months ago. He had just started his boxing journey.
I am really good at it. I was super pumped. And then I could feel the burn in my body.
But there was one thing Gabriel just couldn't master that's a must with boxing.
He had to learn how to jump rope, which he had never done.
And before we go on, there's something his grandma and #1 cheerleader wants you to know.
Gabriel is autistic, and he's moderately autistic, and he's high functioning.
And autism for Gabriel? Well, it's his superpower.
You will be a great man you ever be to save the world.
Saving the world. So Grandma found a great boxing coach in Robin.
He couldn't jump rope, and anybody that knows if you're a boxer, you gotta jump rope. And so he couldn't jump rope, and now he's an amazing jump roper.
I'd say Gabriel is a super jump roper. Look at him go.
He's so happy. He's so proud of himself. Sometimes when he's practicing, he goes, I wish my coach was here right now.
I was very proud of myself. Yeah. Really?
Come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
But Gabriel, he's not a one-trick pony. He does impersonations. Check out his Arnold.
This camera, it likes me.
So today, like so many days, is Grandma getting Gabriel set to go, urging him on, and calming him down when he gets frustrated, getting him focused. And celebrating the victories of life, because change is hard for all of
Because
us.
sometimes if something feels challenging, they want to stop. Sometimes when things feel challenging for me, I want to stop. But if you keep going, you can get better and better at it. And that's what he's learning.
So Gabriel's superpower is that he's autistic and has a super grandma who doesn't let failure stand in the way of his successes.
Sometimes when I spend time with my mom, it's my favorite happiness.
And that calls for a happy dance. You go, Gabriel.
You have a good heart.
I do have a good heart. Everything. I want to change the world, but things are different. We change our lives for the future to change our abilities.
Gabriel. He's the Allgood News.
Man, he already is changing the world. So much inspiration and so much wisdom there. And if you're wondering, Gabriel is 22 years old, and Gabriel's grandmother says with every new adventure she introduces him to, she's been learning and changing too. And you are a super grandma.
Yeah, she's great. In addition to boxing, Gabriel takes improv classes, and he has an amazing memory. He can quote entire dialogues from movies, and he does a lot more impressions. And hey, like, Gabriel, how are you out there? I'm saying hello. And if you guys have a story, by the way, Allgood News at KTUU.com, hit me up. We're always looking for good stories like Gabriel's.
Yes.
So anyway. All right, coming up here on CBS.
The eruption that buried Pompeii is considered one of the most catastrophic natural events there. So again, quite amazing to see. That's the old video.
Yeah, you know, the pictures of them, you know, people being frozen with the lava and stuff. Like, that's amazing. All right. He's under 300 pounds, so he's considered mini. Yeah, but that doesn't stop him from having big fun. The East Coast pig that starts a party everywhere he goes. Whoop, whoop. Few can party like Gilbert. He's a 3-year-old pig that loves people. Sam Reed tells us about the party pig who tours New England, entertaining and touching hearts. Check it out.
While people play with